Nice.
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face. What's the good news?
Himeko, there's a celebration coming up on Yurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up, so wanna come? I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Branya would be happy to see you.
So that explains the grin. You're excited about the celebration. Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the Supreme. Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Yurillo 6 after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next time.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come.
ของกูมีอะไรให้เก็บด้วยอย่างนั้นเหรอ
So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat. It's been sitting in my wardrobe collecting dust for far too long, but now I finally got the chance to wear it. This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit. Let's just pretend I never said anything. As long as one of us is making an effort. Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you... You do seem to travel light. But don't you at least need some pajamas? I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Yurillo 6's average temperature has warmed up quite. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for Branya and Zila. Ready to go? Bellabog, here we come.
อะไรล่ะเฮ้ยอ๋อไม่ใช่
Bellabog. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
กำลังงงอยู่เลยว่าคืออะไรวะ
Brr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything? One thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food, right? Wait a sec. That person over there, that doesn't look like it's all in black. Surely they're not... That's what I'd like to know. If they're here to look for Findy, there's only one way to find out. Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you just dressing...
Boss, Encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
Take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second. I'm on my way. Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Eurilla 6 for a special business assignment. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit.
Phew. You scared the life out of me. We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts. Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into 2 nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurilla 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely, you two aren't...
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more humble?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the...
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the express cruise. Aside from the business, I guess. Oh, Branya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect. But I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Want to come to the city with us? The snowplanes are...
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast... Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number. Me too.
You two make a cute pair. Anyway, I'd better be on my way. See you next time.
The universe is huge, yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Fate truly works in Come on, let's head into the city.
ในที่สุดไซไฟผมก็ E1 สักทีทุกคนใช่ไหมว่าตอนนี้ไฟผม E1
There
แล้ว
are people everywhere.
ไปสุ่มมาได้อะไรนะไฟ E1 เรียบร้อยแล้วทีนี้ก็คือต่อสู้กูก็ไม่จำเป็นที่จะต้องใช้แต่สกิลแล้วอันเนี้ยคือดีมากอะออบเจกต์อันเนี้ยคือมันเอฟเฟกต์ทำลายล้าง 43% แต่ปัญหาก็คือมันเป็นเสือกของม่วงใช่เสือกเป็นของม่วงซึ่งของตอนพวกนี้นั้นไม่มีเลยโคตรเซ็งพวกนี้ก็มันเป็นอัตราสร้างสถานะแต่กูมีอันเดียวไงงั้นต้องรอไปก่อน
Are you sure we're in Belobog? And now to check out the main event, the food. Come on, keep up. Hey, quick! Serval's about to start singing.
Woo! Thanks, everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show!
Serval!
Heartbeats will shake me.
So rules can
can't break me. Crank the sound and let your soul be free. The lightning strikes right off the wall. Let yourself fall into it all.
ไม่คิดว่าจะได้มาเจอคนร้องเพลงที่นี่นะเนี่ยไปนี่ดีกว่าเฮ้ยดูอะไรไม่รู้ไม่เอาแล้วกันมาจู้
Aunt Gertie, it's been too long.
Ah, is that little March? What brings you this way? I heard you left to go travel the galaxy.
ใช่เขาไปงานแล้วแต่เขาแค่กลับมาเฉย
Oh, you're here for the Soul Warm Festival, right? The atmosphere is like no other.
Hey, that's not fair! Get to the back of the line. Ever heard of it?
Show a little respect. If it weren't for these two, we'd be eating geomarrow by now. Take a look at these beauties. These are the best sun cakes I've made all day.
Oh, wow, they smell so good.
Well, don't wait for them to get cold now.
ตอนนั้นน่ะฉันเห็นของอะไรบางอย่างจากข้างหลังคืออะไรไม่รู้แต่ทำไมกูต้องมานั่งอะไรอย่างนี้ด้วยเอ้ยนั่นมันเจพาร์ค
Ta-da! Guess who's back?
It's you two. Welcome back to Belobog. The Supreme Guardian mentioned there'd be mystery guests attending the Soulworm celebrations, but I didn't think it'd be the Express. I hope you had a smooth journey. I should have dispatched Silvermane guards to welcome.
Aw, it's fine. You really don't have to apologize. We're just passing through.
Understood. I hope you both enjoy the festivities. Please make sure you keep your personal belongings safe. Pickpockets tend to take advantage of.
Got it. We'll get out of your way then.
Bye for now.
หลังจากผ่านไปสักพัก
Phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be so... Say, I think we should probably pay or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere.
ไปวิ่งเลยเป๊ะน้ำมัน2 บาท
Is that all?
น้ำมัน3 บาท
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Is everything alright, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so... intense.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, She claims to represent the IP. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Soulworm Festival. Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the eternal freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Yarillo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, it wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest. An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
Oh, I had no idea things were like this. Here, Yeah, we have to help Bronya out. The IPC is too big and powerful.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now I must ask you and the Astral Express for help.
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will Yeah, after all, this guy here is a
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. Okay, got it. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she isn't.
นี่มันที่กูเคยไปทำนี่ไม่ใช่อะไรเนี่ย ใช่จริงๆด้วยที่นี่นี่เอง
it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other. Oh, did my smart reply function tell you where I was? It's a system developed by the technology department. Pretty neat, right? What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's brushwork. Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. The Express has visited many worlds. I suppose what I'm trying to say is what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides?
Not exactly.
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible.
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement?
We, help me out here.
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties. But if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Eurilo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much.
So you're basically saying the Belobogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurilo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one? I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They must be off. Come to think of it, this little guy is on display here probably means it's already extinct.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Bella? Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about?
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Eurilo 6 project, no matter what obstacle.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies.
So, what now? We spent... I guess so, but that still doesn't fix Bronya's problem. I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, I think all these vested interests. It's so hard to undo any of it. They don't teach this stuff. Did someone send you a message? Huh? The IPC? Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the Again? I don't think I have it in me to play. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere.
สุดท้ายพวกกูก็ต้องไป
It's still
ไอ้นี่
early.
เนี่ย
Where to now?
นึงนะขอดูไฟล์หนึ่งอันนี้มันรีบขั้นหาสักทีอ่ะยากเหลือเกินส่วนอันนี้อย่างน้อยอันเนี้ยได้ E1 กูพอใจแล้วได้แค่ E1 กูก็พอใจแล้ว E1 ได้ E1 เสร็จปั๊บคือกูเล่นได้ชิวๆ 100% ละเพราะตอนอันติไม่ต้องเสียฮะไม่ต้องเสียไอ้นี่เรียกว่าสบายจัดๆเลยนะไม่ต้องไอ้นี่แหละไม่ต้องอะไรนะแบบไม่ต้องเสียค่าไอ้นี่เพราะงั้นเลยแบบสบายจัดๆแต่นอกนั้นก็คือเละตุ้มเป๊ะโดยเฉพาะไอ้พวกนี้เนี่ยตอนนี้ต้องหาเอฟเฟกต์ทำลายล้างให้ได้อะแต่เอฟเฟกต์ทำลายล้างพวกนี้ยังไม่มีเลยเนี่ยสิเสริมพลังไม่ได้เพราะอันนี้สูงสุดแล้วอันนี้คืออัพมาใช้ไปก่อนนะเพราะอย่างอื่นมันไม่ดีสักอย่างเรียกว่าโง่อะพูดง่าย
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? It's bad. Really bad. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few wildfire members got minor injuries. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey! Just because you have fancy equipment, what's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
A few miners made it out earlier. They look pretty panicked. They said these uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are acting without her authority?
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in black? Potaz, Pazto, whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now. Hey, you two!
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to...
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
ครึ่งปีเลยเลยเหี้ยโอ้ครึ่งปีเย็ดเด้อ
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 7...
IPC? And no need to waste our breath on this idiot.
Still the same one.
เอ้ยเหนื่อยเลยความคิดแบบนี้
Until everything burns to ashes!
นี่ได้มานะอันติไม่เสียนี่แล้ว
Set to the sea, go play!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
Step up, let's
The
see it.
mood is set. Let the show begin.
This is more fight to live!
That's it?
17 rounds of interviews.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's set off when you're ready.
เอา
Ready for action? It's time to kick the... Let's get moving.
โอ้โห6-7เลยเหรอเอาเถอะเนี่ยก็เลยทีมนี่แหละดีสุดละตอนนี้
Hello. It's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Hello, miss. Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategy. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find ways to it. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force. If I'm...
Your calculations are slightly on the... Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind.
All the miners here, huddled together.
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few...
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster? She's keeping one as a pet?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby's? Seriously? You actually...
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know any...
This place is filled with nothing but...
Those cowards!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the sea ablaze!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
There's more to life.
I like that confidence.
Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise.
In the mood for another beat?
Firefly Titan set the sea ablaze!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
Step up, let's see ya!
Existence is unity.
Attack!
Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look! That big guy down there! Is he the one in charge?
We'll see who's really in charge.
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going. Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you dare show your face around here again!
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. You know Topaz? Interesting. It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related to this project. In cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets.
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on it.
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders. Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Save your breath, March. I never held out any hope of resolve. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well...
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway,
ขอ OT ล่วง
since
หน้า
you
ด้วย
seem
นะ
intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves for my heavy laser cannon.
ไอ้เหี้ยมีการบอกว่าของ OT ล่วงหน้าในเหี้ย
The
ตัว
mood
มึ
is
งเป็น
set
คนหรือ
just
มึงเป็น
right.
นี่กัน
Let
แน่
the show begin!
Every petal and all will be swept
ก็
away
คือ
by
มึ
the
งก็เป็น
wind.
คนใช่ไหมหรือยังไงฮะความคิดมึงมีเป็นคนเนี่ยไอ้สัตว์
friends.
ถามจริง
Indulge yourselves! Join the battle. Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise.
Set the seas aflame!
ปากเดินมาปึ้ง
Who are you people? No,
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
darn it. I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What did she say?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%.
60%? We're done for. Attention all personnel. Evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of your presence.
So,
ไอ้เหี้ย
are we
มึง
all good
ดี
here,
เพราะ
or
เรื่อง
what?
เงินน่ะนะไอ้หุ่นยนต์เหี้ยอะไรเนี่ยหุ่นยนต์โคตรเหี้ยหุ่นยนต์มึงเป็นมนุษย์เงินเดือนเหรอสัตว์ไอ้เหี้ยกูได้ยินแต่มนุษย์เงินเดือนไอ้นี่อะไรหุ่นยนต์เงินเดือนเนี่ยไอ้เหี้ย
Yeah. Judging by the looks on their faces. So, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these idiots around.
It's a long...
Set?
You should probably ask Branya to explain it.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities?
Oh, looks like we've got a message. I get the feeling Branya's worried. Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. I still have stuff to take care of. Branya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help.
Got it, Zila. Come on, to Klipoth.
ท้าทายสำเร็จการ
These guys don't look like thieves.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further. Miss Topaz.
Bellabog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express.
แล้วทุกคน
It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like yourself.
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the city. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. Look.
อะไรอะ
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents. And then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a my home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street. All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amid finally. One fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and tree, when I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my homeworld, and was determined to bring the same changes to I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire to... I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival. How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of your... I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision, because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all Belabogians. But because of this, I believe that you will make the right decision.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
อยากตอบอันนี้แต่กูว่าไม่รู้ดิเพราะตั้งแต่กูดูนั่นไปแล้วมันแบบอยากตอบอันเนี้ยคือเรารู้ตอนเราทำนี่ไงแต่ถ้าเกิดว่าเราไม่รู้เนื้อเรื่องอันเนี้ยเป็นกูจะตอบว่าอันนี้เว้ยแต่พอเราแบบไปเล่นไอ้ด่านพินาคอนี่ปั๊บกูอยากตอบอันนี้เลยอะ กูไม่อยากจะเสียนี่
I'm inclined to agree. It's hard to imagine she wrote that letter just to deceive me. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't and shouldn't be a decision made by me alone.
I trust her judgment too, but what if this decision is too much for one person? The impact of this choice could haunt Branya for the rest of her life.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide. I wanted to put it to a vote and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the
You know what I mean.
Well, look who we have here! Uh-oh. Sounds like something serious is happening. What? How is that possible?
Serval, we're raced.
It's okay.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be against it.
Surprised? My reasons are signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, as for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron.
I see. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note. We meet again. Uh-oh. That look on your... sounds serious. Really? You better not be making things... I wish it were made up. We don't have much time, Kayla. Wait. You're telling me I have to make this... Okay. If it were up to me... Huh. Oh, I've looked at some of the climate reports. And based on the data I've seen, and that's assuming no other disasters occur, I care more about those in the... If the IPC is able to bring about building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? I see. So, thanks for your input.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly You need my opinion? So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there...
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little...
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such be faced with this sort of coercion? We must resist them with all our might. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall...
A soldier's perspective is always... Thanks for your input. I'll make... Did we miss anyone in the overworld? From what I've gathered, it seems like most people... We'd better...
It's still early. Where to now?
What brings you two to the underworld? Seems a little out of the blue, but since you... That is a lot of information to take in. Sorry, both of you. I know you're in a hurry.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and... Well, if I were Bronya, I wouldn't sign it. I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, we may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force. But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security will end up with neither. Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in—
Wow. That's a pretty... Another vote for the against pile.
None other than the saviors of Belobog. But I can tell by... Let me guess. Well, ask away. It just... I see. That's a tricky situation, all right.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you...
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid, Great M, if this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog, have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction. What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able...
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. I wouldn't wish that title on anyone. Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
ขอดูไฟฟ้าถ้าอยากได้ E2 ของไฟฟ้ามันก็ต้องสุ่มหาแต่ผมว่าคุ้มไม่จำเป็นแล้วล่ะเพราะตอนนี้คือผมได้ E1 แล้วเอาแค่ E1 เนี่ยแค่เนี้ยกูก็เกมเกินแล้วเอาจริงสุ่มหาไฟฟ้าแล้วได้ไฟฟ้าพอดีเลยแบบพอใจแล้วกูไม่เอาละ E2 ก็อยากได้นะแต่เรียกว่าไงอ่ะมันจะกินในนี่ผมเยอะเกินไปไงเลยแบบไม่เอาดีกว่าเอาแค่ E1 เนี่ยแค่มึงแบบต่อสู้แบบเสริมพลังไม่ใช่แต้มสกิลอันเนี้ยสำหรับกูก็โกงละก็เลยแบบพอละพอรอบนี้คือผมซื้อนี่ไปด้วยไงอะไรนะเนี่ยวันนี้คือซื้อนี่มาเกียรติยศคุณนิรนามเนี่ยซื้อไปอยากรู้เนี่ยไอ้พวกเนี้ยหนังสือเนี่ยควรใช้ควรน่าใช้ดีเนี่ยหนังสือพวกเนี้ยปัญญาทำลายล้างประสานล่าสังหารอนุรักษ์ลบล้างภาษานี่คืออะไรเริ่มการต่อสู้เริ่มเทิร์นนั่นเนี่ยไม่รู้ว่าจะใช้อะไรดีอันนี้เพราะว่ามัน แต่ที่แน่อนุรักษ์เนี่ยไม่น่าได้ใช้นะอนุรักษ์เนี่ยไม่น่าได้ใช้ก็เลยแบบตัดทิ้งไม่ได้เลยอนุรักษ์ตอนนี้ก็คือเหลือทำลายล้างกับภาษาไม่รู้นะว่าจะเลือกอะไรดีส่วนปัญญาเนี่ยผมไม่น่านี่ถดเห็นว่าภาษาดีสุดเนี่ยนะเมื่อเริ่มการต่อสู้จะสุ่มเอฟเฟกต์มีเพิ่มดาเมจฝั่งตัวเอง 10% ดาเมจคริติคอลฝั่งตัวเองเพิ่มขึ้น 12% อัตราฟื้นฟูพลังงาน 6% โดยที่เอฟเฟกต์ประเภทเดียวกันจะไม่สามารถสัมผัสได้และลบล้างเมื่อหมดสติเดี๋ยวขอเอาไปคิดกันแล้วกันเพราะตอนนี้ของตัว MC อ่ะใช้เป็นทางด้านนี่อยู่ไงเนี่ยภาษาอันนี้ใช้เป็นอันนี้ไงแล้วก็อะไรนะส่วนทางด้านนี้ก็คือใช้เป็นเอฟเฟกต์ทำลายล้างเนี่ยถ้าเกิดว่าอันนี้ต้องให้ได้มีความเร็วเยอะแต่ตอนนี้คือพูดคำเดียวเลยครับว่าไม่มีความเร็วความแออะไรเลยไม่มีเลยแต่เอฟเฟกต์ทำลายล้างนี่เยอะมากจริงเพิ่มปริมาณการรักษาเพิ่มมาทำไมกูก็ไม่รู้ดูดิไม่มีอะไรดีสักอย่างน่าจะประมาณนี้ไปก่อนอาจจะไปก่อนแหละเหลือใครอีกว่าไม่รู้อะหลังจากได้อะไรนะไอ้นี่ขั้น2ไอ้ไซไฟขั้นนี้แล้วกูก็ไม่จำเป็นต้องเติมอะไรอีกแล้วก็คือกูอยากแค่ไฟขั้น1พอน้องตัวเล็ก
Miss March, big brother. Whoop! Hey there, Clara. Is Svarog not around?
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a...
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog
what now? Svarog's super logical. True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful.
Huh? Miss March, do you want to ask?
That's... It's all right, Clara. No pressure.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that just taking away people's dreams like that? I don't know.
You're right. Children see... just the thought of our lives being predestined for... Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean...
ก็คือตอนนี้ก็คือเห็นด้วยไม่เห็นด้วยกลายเป็นว่าเสมอกันอีก
All that right. So, the votes are completely even. I don't... Oh, right! We haven't... She's probably still in the Great Mine.
Back so soon? Are you feeling all... I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be... I think I get it. At first, I thought...
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake.
Right.
As it stands, the votes are even...
In that case, I abstain.
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility rests on Bronya's shoulders. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. She can see the bigger picture. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not my place to make it for her.
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make. It's times like these that a leader must stand.
Right. It's Bronya's decision. She knows what's at stake. She won't run away from her duty if she asks you. Just let her know my reasoning.
Well, it's all in Bronya's. Right? I'm glad Belobog has someone like her in charge. The time has come. Let's go fill...
ก็ไปมึงไม่ดูกระปัสหน่อยหรอวะไอ้เหี้ยไม่ดูคนที่นี่หน่อยเหรอ
It's still early. Where to now?
ได้ไฟอีกหนึ่งกูพอใจแล้วส่วนนอกนั้นก็คือกูปล่อยแล้วที่เหลือก็คือจะปล่อยไว้จนกว่าจะนี่นะจนกว่าจะอะไรนะอาเชลอสจะมา
Whoa, the fort's packed! I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
March, you're back. So, what?
We talked to people in both the overworld and the underworld. The final...
I see. What was Zila's perspective on the map? I should have known. That sounds like Z.
Did you come to a conclusion with the minister?
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to come. Time has come to make a decision.
Enough! All of you!
I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But aren't you?
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, Mark.
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite exceptional.
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel. I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himeko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival. But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's tech...
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himiko. This information is of great help. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Branya.
Astro friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city, and then I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets...
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Shepard should be waiting for us in Rivet. Here we go again.
แม่งเอ้ย
It's still
เป็น
early.
เจ้าแห่งดินจา
Where
ค
to
รับที่
now?
ว้าร์ปไปว้าร์ปมาเนี่ย
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? Keep your guards up. We might run into...
ไปดูซิเอาเถอะก็จะใช้ทีมเดิมเนี่ยแหละครับทีมนี้ดีสุดแล้วสำหรับครูตอนนี้
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely...
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock for...
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6...
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were...
I see. The stories about this world are truly...
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes in... On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, a looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have...
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't...
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our...
Automaton...
I'll explain later. Let's get
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. It's time to deploy the automaton Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase...
อ๋อระเบิดตัวเองไอ้โหนี่กูนึกว่าอะไรเนี่ยนะ
Wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
You Silvermane Gark...
I've seen standard issue robots like these before.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective.
ไม่น่าได้ผล
Are
เท่าไหร่
you ready? Use... Remember, try to avoid being noticed.
ไม่ต้องบอกกูก็รู้นะไอ้เหี้ย
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according. This is the road that Topaz took when she left.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off!
ว้าวเดี๋ยวนะที่นี่มันใช่ที่ที่เขามาดูกันตอนเด็กเขา2 คนนะไม่ใช่ดินี่มันแล้วแซมโปมันไปไหนวะกูไม่เห็นแซมโป
Mr. Svarog? Are you alright?
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representative. Such a result would be High Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While it is unlikely, I still...
Unlikely potential?
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it...
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we...
ไปลุยกันต่อนะจ๊ะพวกเราไอ้แซมโปมไปไหนเนี่ย
Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
เดี๋ยวนะ
Please stay tuned.
Sounds
การก่อน
like
เขาเรียกว่ากันไว้ก่อน
Oh, hey there, Slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you. Of course, the Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Bronya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But we have standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. You're very curious about my work. So many eager faces. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express. The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
มันจะดีกว่านี้นะถ้าเกิดที่มีไอ้ตัวเล็กเนี่ย
Sam in position.
พอมันมีตัวเล็กปั๊บแม่งดูเพี้ยนไปเลย
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
There's more to life. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Confidence.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live! Firefly Type 4 in position. Set the seas
ข้อเป็นอย่างนี้ปึ้ง
Take your positions.
In the mood for another
Some
แปะ
I will claim big fight to live!
โอเคแบบนี้ก็
Set the seas aflame!
nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
The mood is set. Just let the show begin!
แน่นอนครับว่าก็ต้องทำการเชือดรอ
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
There's more to life. Eternal.
แต่ยังไงซะก็ขึ้นมาปิ้ง
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
แล้วก็ปัง
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons!
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
ดีครับผม
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
ดูหน่อยซิว่าเธอจะแก้ไข
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yorilo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. I admire your determination. Seeing as we've come this far, I've changed my mind.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind. Members of the Express will need your help too.
พัฒนาสำเร็จด้วย
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. This
อะไรวะเนี่ย อ๋อ
is where we put an end to it all. Kyle, sorry for the delay. Are we clear?
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companion.
Excellent. Let's go.
จะบอกว่าพากูไปไอ้สตอมบอลที่ว่า
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
ที่ไหนเนี่ย
We've only recently discovered this domain.
เฮ้ยที่นี่เรากูไม่เคยมาเลยดีกว่าที่ไหนเนี่ย
Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show.
เดี๋ยวนะที่ไอแซมโปมันฝังป่าวะทำไมกูรู้สึกว่าภาพมันดูคุ้นๆจังวะ
Look, the people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance.
ความรู้สึกมันเหมือนบอกว่าแบบกูเคยเห็นฉากนี้นะ
Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? I thought you might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the engine of creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's...
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation was a weapon constructed by the
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion and played a significant role in the battles against the Leviat. Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering, it was actually given a much grander purpose. to help the Belabogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belabogians. Madame Rand was truly an not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the will and the ability to control the outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have made their decision.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Bronya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. That was a serious lapse of judgment on my world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Urillo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn it, unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the Nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, report, I'll handle it.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than... That's unlikely. At most, they might just lower my rank and reduce my bonus a bit. But don't worry, I work for...
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis.
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. Oh, I think I might know who you're... you could say he's, special case. For most...
I'm glad we're able to discuss them later. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I've arranged Miss Topaz. If you need somewhere comfortable...
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future. Only...
ก่อนหน้านั้นกูไปนี่ก่อนที่ไหนก็ไม่รู้เนี่ยเพิ่งรู้เลยว่ามีที่แบบนี้ด้วยเฮีย
It's still early. Where to now?
ไปเลยว้าว
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator.
อย่าใจนี่อยู่หรอกนะแต่ประเด็นก็คือกูไม่มีสิ่งนี้เนี่ยสิแต่ตอนเนี้ยที่อยากรู้อย่างเดียวเลยนะอันเนี้ยหาจากไหนเนี่ยอันเนี้ยหาจากไหนเนี่ยกูหาไม่เจอสักทีคืออันเนี้ยเป็นอันเดียวเลยที่กูพยายามหาแทบตายกูก็ยังหาไม่เจอมันปลดล็อกด่านไหนเนี่ยอันเนี้ยหาไม่เจอสักที
Job.
ทำไมมุมกลายเป็น Resident Evil แล้ววะมุมอย่างนี้โอ้โหแต่ชีวิตจริงในพักโรงแรมนี่ก็โอเค
March was looking forward to the Soulworm Festival for ages. I never thought this trip would be so...
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
You only got demoted 1 rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say,
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurillo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother in our line of work? Having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughed. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a...
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction
hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters, if you ask me. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This...
I'll get back to you later. Seems like it's just one wild... I hope I made the right decision this time. The snow is mesmerizing.
อุตส่าห์ยังเจอสิ่งมีชีวิตไอ้นี่อีกเนาะ แนวลบโอ้โหอะไรเนี่ย เยอะเกิน จะว่าไปขอดูภารกิจที่หน่อยสิบันทึกเราดูสิอยากรู้คืออะไรอยากรู้จริงๆว่ามันคืออะไรเนี่ยอีนกสังคังอันนี้
It's still early. Where to now?
So this is the legendary Radiant Found Spa.
เอ๊ะนกกระดาษตะลุมบอลชื่อแม่งแบบอ๋อเอียนนี้นี่เองโอ้โหอยากได้อันเนี้ยแต่มันไม่ทันโอ้โหเล่นแบบนี้มาให้กูนึกถึงอะไรสักอย่างนี่แหละจำไม่ชื่อไม่ได้แม่คือเกมฆ่าเวลาจัดเลยเนี้ยอันนี้คือฆ่าเวลาแน่ๆอันเนี้ยไม่นี่คือเฮ้ยไม่นี่แล้วไป30
Thank you.
โอ้โหเรียบร้อยว่าอันนี้มึงแพ้จัดจานไม่ไง76ประเด็นมึงนี่อ้าวมาได้ไงวะเนี่ย
Time to wake up from.
เฮ้ยโอเคอุ้ยได้นี้ด้วยเหรอเนี่ยโอ้ได้นี้ด้วยอันนี้คือสิ่งที่กูแบบอยากได้นิจจัดการโดนคนหลายคนว่ะขอลองนี่ก่อนมันคืออะไรน่าจะได้เพลินจริงอ่ะอันเนี้ยเพลินแบบเพลินไปเลยเพลินหน้าเพลินจัดเลยอันเนี้ยเพลินแบบเพลินสุด
It's still early. Where to now?
เอามึงให้กูดูก่อน
A dream about eons.
เฮ้ยกูเตะมึงก็ได้วะเยี่ยมไปโดนสักทีเจอกันซิว่าวูบเฉย ที่ว่าฟิวโวแต่กูแรงกว่ากูหายไปครึ่งนึงเลยอะเข้าไปก็ทีซิลวูฟแต่ว่าก็ต้องไปแล้วล่ะเฮียน้อยคอยบินสวยหาอีกสักรอบหนึ่งไปเฮียแม่งคือตู้เล่นเพลินจัดๆด่านเนี้ยบางทีก็เพลินไปบางทีอะเพลินแบบเพลินเลยอะเนี่ยไม่ได้เล่นแบบว่าแบบคนอื่นนะแบบอะไรเงี้ยเพราะว่านั่นหนุกดีกันนะทีอะไรวะเนี่ย
Please stay tuned.
ตายมีต้องตาย
Activate.
ตายซะ
Join the battle. Attack.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Firefly to set the seas aflame! Every victory is hard won.
โ
me stay here a little longer in this body.
ก็กำจับบลูเบอร์รี่ทุกๆจำนวนหนึ่งครับอ้วนดีกว่าโอเคนะแต่ว่าฉันว่าเหนือกว่าอะไรเนี่ยระเบิดกดยังไงอ๋อมันกดอย่างนี้ได้เลยเหรอโอ้โหว่าแล้วมันต้องมีอย่างนี้เหลือแค่ลูกเดียวจะอ่ะงี้ไปอันนี้ไปกดเลยบอกเลยครับว่าลาก่อนครับดาเมจ90 กว่าไอ้เหี้ยถ้าทางจะชอบเล่นเนาะไอ้เหี้ยเล่นเอาไม่หยุดเลยเหรอถ้าทางจะชอบนะกูเห็นแม่งก็ไปเล่นแบบ
Dear guests, this year's festivity auditions have ended. Please vacate the premises in a timely manner as we prepare to perform maintenance on the theater.
โ แต่กลับไปเลือดสนีอีกครั้งหนึ่งแต่สตรอเบอรี่ก็แต่สตรอเบอรี่ไฟไฟแต่ว่าอันคือกับสิ่งนี้มันต้องมาก่อนมาก่อนครับ มีเขาอยากเล่นเกมจีบสาวกันด้วยโอเคทุกคนเดี๋ยวผมไปแล้วมาเจอกันใหม่ครับโอเคครับทุกคนงั้นเดี๋ยวผมไปแล้วมาเจอกันใหม่ครับสวัสดีครับ